Something just recently happened. Let me sit up. I'm always doing that in this chair. I love this chair. But something just recently happened, right? And it made me understand that rejection was good. I have been faithfully rejected. Like seriously, it's been a real live thing, okay? Like by as many people as you could think of. Like real live. But not even in a bad way. Like they just literally be like, nah, I ain't messing with you. Like infamously, they people look at me and go, I can't. I just can't. And I'm okay with it. But I remember back when one time I wasn't okay with it and it hurt. I remember standing in the living room with my husband, my kids, my dad, crying like, what did I do? Why do people keep doing this? Like, am I that bad? Why are they just talking? Like, I would see them literally behind my back. Like, they would be trying to, like, sabotage me behind my back. And I didn't do anything. Like, that was back in the day. I remember standing in front of my husband with my family. Everybody was there going, y'all, for real, tell me. Like, begging them. Like, y'all really could tell me if there's a problem with me. And I'd be like, let me know. Like, am I too forceful? Do I force my thoughts on you? Like, do I walk around too arrogant? Am I nice to people? You know what I mean? Like, why these people reject me like this? And I'm talking about in tears in my eyes, I'm asking my husband this in front of everybody. But he was, I thought he was my friend, so I was asking him that. And he stood there and went, I don't know. And I'm just like, no, for real. I literally was like, come on, y'all. Let's sit and think about, tell me, because what if, it's one of those situations like, what if you stink and you don't, nobody, like everybody else can smell you. but, but you can't smell yourself. So I literally, don't get me wrong, I literally was begging my family to explain to me why do, and that's another thing. And then when my husband was gone, it's true. But then when my husband was gone, like different guys would start trying to talk to me, but then I keep it so real about the nature of God. They be on some, like they'd be like, oh, I love the fact you oh no, you really crazy. But then, not until not until recently did I understand they're right, I am. But it's like a God, like it's for God kind of thing. There ain't no room for no BS. Like you're gonna get exposed if you kick it with me too long. You will. Cause there ain't no room for BS when it comes to God. There just ain't. I'm gonna like my nature is gonna be honest about my nature and his nature. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be honest. Even while I'm naked, I'll literally be butt naked, whatever, not butt naked, but you get what I'm saying? Like exposed myself. That's what I'm saying. Even if I expose myself, God's nature still reigns true. So, anyways, uh, that was something where I went, wow, because that it's hurt me. I'm talking about all my friends gone. Like I love like my Allison. I loved my Allison. Still love my Allison. I'm never gonna stop loving my Allison. But when I went this way, the fear that I would be too godly for her LGBT life was there to where one day I was gonna judge her in her mind. Girl, I'm getting beat up too. I just messed up too. Okay, come on now. Only difference is I refuse to act like my mess up is anything but a mess up. You get what I'm saying? But that makes people mad at me because they like, you're get on my bandwagon or whatever the case may be. Or like in the comments with this, y'all gotta go check out the comments on the weed thing, on the prophecy about the weed, because I still don't know who that young man was, or that he was an older man, but I still don't know who he was. I kept asking, who are you? Who are you? He still didn't tell me, but in the end, he rejected talking to, like, he was literally like, I'm not talking to you no more. And it brought back that feeling like, what? Again, even like if he was the devil don't want to be my friend. Why you want to be my friend? I feel like Elmira from Family Matters. I feel like Elmira. But it's something that came back to my mind where God showed me, like in this moment, now I get why all them people walked around, away from me. Because I didn't do nothing to hurt them, so it wasn't like they could hurt me. You get what I'm saying? There was no reason to come try to hurt me. But something I was saying didn't sit right with maybe an offense that they're still holding towards someone else, or it didn't sit right with their reality. So it became like, you making it sound too easy, or maybe just I irritated their demons. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Uh, but at this moment, God let me know that's probably what's been keeping me safe. I remember I told y'all, he said that your honesty, your righteousness, your truth is what's gonna keep you safe. Now, I mean, because I tell you, don't many people want to mess with me. They don't. They run away. They run away, and it's okay. I don't mind. Don't get me wrong. Keep running. It's a good idea. I agree. I agree. I agree. Keep running. Anybody, all y'all. It's a good idea, because by the end of it, you will know the real nature of God. Even if it meant I had to degrade me to show it to you. It's true. You will. Like, I mean, you get what I'm saying when I say degrade. I mean, step off the pedestal myself. Like to say, no, I did think about, sleeping with your husband, but I didn't, because God holds me tight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that was the truth. I'm just thinking of something that's honest. It's honest. You know what I mean? I never said that to anybody, because I would never. Like, here we go. All the women that know me and trust me with their husbands, they all know I never do such a thing. And the husbands know, don't try, because I will expose you. Hence, Eva don't like hanging with me. They be like, man, she a wild card. She ain't gonna just go along to get along. You know what I mean? She just ain't gonna do it. So, we gotta get away from her, It's true. So I just wanted to tell you that if you find yourself knowing, like, I invite anyone to go read what I wrote. Tell me what I did to scare the people away. I don't even know. But evaluate it for yourself, because I know I ain't say nothing but you're correct. If that's true, this is the case. Because that is true. Abraham, so this person, it felt like, I don't know, I asked over and over again, but this person he said he was the son of perdition. That's what he said. And when I went to go look that up in the Bible, that was like, I, I don't want to make that assumption, because he said that wasn't who he was. So I would never say that about him if that's not who he is. But that's who the son of perdition is. We know he's going to the lake of fire. Like, we know who he is. We know who he is. But he also went on to say that Christ was a dragon. And not in my reality. God said the multiverse thing is real. It is. It is. He said, but in my reality, he's not. He's not a dragon. You get what I'm saying? Because I hold my heart towards, like, you know what I mean? The dragon is the one that devours the incoming children. Christ was the one who said, you ain't gotta, like, there's something called a mob mentality. It's a real thing in the textbooks and everything. But the mob is an energy of his own. You know what I mean? Like, if you get a lynch mob together, they're an energy of their own. So they sometimes don't even know how to stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, people have come through out of the mass psychosis of a mob, and they've done horrible things. Like, I couldn't even stop myself. Well, Christ is the thing that lets you stop. Like, he's the one who lets you drop the stone. You know what I mean? Like, he is that forgiveness concept. That one, he who was without sin, cast the first stone. We all full of sin. He's the one that says, I don't gotta destroy you in order to have a relationship with you. Like, I don't have to, propagate you, or I don't have to indoctrinate you. I can literally let you go on being you. Right? We sitting at the table with the tax collector, the girl at his feet, wiping his hair. We could all sit there together. But the only thing that makes it like cool is the honesty, the being able to sit there and have those conversations. So the gentleman never told me exactly who he was. He told me I'll never gain understanding. So I'm guessing that understanding of the under, I'm not exactly sure. I still want to know why he can't eat no why he can't eat no peanut butter. He said he had the thing that ticked him off when he became the son of perdition was that he couldn't eat no peanut butter. Well, anyways, long story short, in the end, he said he wasn't talking to me no more. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I had to laugh because it hurt. You know what I mean? It's like, dang. Like, rejected again. And he said he wasn't talking to me no more. He said, I ain't responding to you no more after that. But I just want to tell any other women who have made their decision towards a righteous, good, loving God and have made their decision towards not corrupting the baby or fixing it if they feel like the baby corrupted. You get what I'm saying? And you feel like you're standing out there alone and you feel like you're some type of disease because this world is topsy-turvy. This good is bad and bad is good in this world. So I know you feel like an alien. God told me it's okay. Rejection is good. Rejection is good. Right? Instead of, like, y'all remember the movie with Eddie Murphy. I ain't going to say those words. I always hated those words. But in that movie, I think it was Vampire in Brooklyn, he was like, he possessed the pastor. And he was like, he is good. So I'm never going to say that. But I'm going to tell you, rejection is good. Remember that. It is. Because that's enough respect to say you ain't a challenge. They don't want to play with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, whatever adversary on them, like, man, the more and more I pick at you, I'm letting you pull apart their profit. You get what I'm saying? So if that person was their profit, the more and more that person interacts with me, something inside them is going to make them feel him. It's true. It's true. So they got to get away from it. So rejection is good. Rejection is good. It's not a bad thing, especially in this time. In this time. Now, mind you, in 2032, like right now, I feel like God coming before at least then. I don't know. I don't know about, I ain't date setting because I don't know. That was just an estimate. I don't know what's going on in 2032. I'm just saying all the other stuff supposedly had passed. So that means the world going on. Then, who knows what's going to happen then. But as for right now, rejection is really good. It's keeping you safe. It is. It's keeping you safe. It makes them run away from you. They don't want you. You stink to them. You're like, get behind me, Satan. But it's really, get behind me, saint. You know what I mean? They don't want to be bothered with your saintess butt. You know what I'm saying? You're annoying to them. You're Elmira. Y'all remember I told y'all God is Steve Urkel, and I definitely am Elmira. I am. Oh, Sneevy Pooh. Like, he over there looking at that dumb old Laura. You need to be looking at Elmira. Elmira don't even care. She like, so, I still love Steve, though. Like, oh, okay, so, I still love Steve, though. That's Elmira. Okay? So it's okay. If you feel rejected, if you feel, don't worry about it. This the tribulation. You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be. And thank God. That means they ain't coming to, they don't want you. They don't want that. They don't want them kind of problems. Because they really are risking losing one of their top generals messing with me. They are. Because I told you, anybody come to my house, you going to heaven with me. I'm going to take the time. I'm gonna slow it down. We're gonna get an understanding. You're gonna have to, and to stay in my circle, you're gonna have to answer that question. So, you know what I mean? Or to get me to align with you, I won't align with you. I'll tell people, yeah, you're my friend, but you're gonna have to answer my question. Like you're gonna have to answer my question. Who are you? What do you represent? Do you have hey, you got caught in the trash. Do you have my best interests in mind or my demise in mind? Those are questions that we gotta know. We just gotta know, and you gotta wait until they answer them. Right? Don't get me wrong, because they're gonna keep it going. They're gonna try to say you don't get it, you don't understand. Say to them, please help me understand. Please, I really want to know. Help me understand. Who are you? And if they still won't tell you while accusing you, you know who they are. You know who they are. And it's okay. It's okay. They got the right to be them. And thank you for leaving me. Thank you. I appreciate the mercy. I do. I appreciate the mercy because I know who the adversary is. I know who he is. I know how intelligent he is. That's the reason why, what's his name? I think his name is Napoleon Hill. That's the reason why, like, he did an interview with the devil. And he was very respectful to the devil because the devil is intelligent. He is. He's very intelligent. But at the same point, the one thing the devil always got to remember, even if, like, humanity was, like, gonna be his, God always will look at him and say, yeah, even if they were originally yours, you better know you're mine, right? So if you a bad parent, right, the granddaddy will come take your kids. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's about the father's line. The father will stand up. Like if you a bad step parent, you know what I mean? Let's say you were entrusted with something. Yeah, no, the father will stand up, or the grandfather, right? Let's say the father was bad. The grandfather, anyone that is invested in the future of that child. Destruction is only going to destroy that child. So if that child is invested in their own future and they go to God and say, look, my parents, right? Let's say that they were literally born from Enoch himself, you know, the idolater, father of idolatry. He literally goes to him and say, excuse me, my parents, they had, you know, they having parties every night, they smoking, they drinking. And honestly, I'm just trying to get my education and it's dirty in my house all the time and there's never no food. And they do rituals and sacrifices over top of me. I'm about to cry. If a child goes to the Ancient of Days, like even if that child was one of Thor's kids, or if that child, whoever. Now, mind you, by being given unto thee, because God is the only one that creates. I already told y'all the mystery regarding that. But God has given certain people and species unto certain people and species. But if that people and species says they're doing all this to me, they're doing that, they're doing this, the only one that cares about the future is love, life. You know, like love, life, if that's their name or whatever. They're the only ones that care about the future. So they would have to step in order to let life continue. If not, like if not one of them are good, like how he was talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, when he was like, what if there's just 10? If there's just 10 good ones, will you save them? That's the kind of thing the Ancient of Days is weighing right now. That's why it's taking so long. Because his countenance is counting it up. Like he's seeing who's who. He's checking everybody. And all of us gonna get our butt whooped in some shape or form. I ain't gonna out safety you. You get what I'm saying? No. Cause you did something horrible. You raped somebody, right? But that was the only thing you ever done. Yeah. Well, I probably done like 17. Remember, he does it by weight. Weight. You get what I'm saying? And each sin weighs the same amount as the prior sin. So it ain't about how bad that sin was. No, it's about the weight of how many. How many? So if I got 20 sins to your 2, you know what I'm saying? You might think yours so horrific, right? To where you put me on a pedestal, so that way you can step down. You did all that to you. You get what I'm saying? Because that's not the way he deals in mercy. Love is how the future goes on. And if you don't care nothing about the future, you don't care nothing about the children, then yeah, when that time come, you ain't of him. You didn't get, that's what this mountain thing's about. He said that's the adoption hearing. Right now, us Gentiles been in foster care, right? But there's an adoption hearing coming up. And that's when he gonna tell exactly who's who. Well, we gonna have to tell who's who. Like, it's gonna be attributed to us, our nature, right? So anyways, I just had to come on here because it was just that moment where I went, that's another one of those where God said, somebody else dealing with this, because I know I ain't do nothing wrong. I know I ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all go read it. I know I ain't do nothing wrong, that man. But now I got the cold shoulder, like usual. This always happens. This ain't no new thing. Like, this is something that happens daily. This happens often. But it was like, hey, like, oh, it really do happen often. That means if that's the case, then you really are the most rejected. You know what I mean? Because that's what the witnesses are. They're the most rejected. It says the one that you rejected became the cornerstone. You know what I mean? So then it was like, then that means that's true. Then God said, that's good. That's good. That means that while all the dragon do is turn around and go find somebody else to get, like they like, I ain't even about to waste my time with this old crazy hag, this old red heifer. I ain't gonna be, I ain't gonna be wasting my time on her. Cause every time I turn around, she gonna give an excuse for why God is good. Cause that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. So yeah, it's true. All right, that was it. I just had to come live and say that because it was funny. Actually, it was funny. But not funny to not laughing at that person. No, no, no. Laughing at myself because this happens all the time. And it made me think of when I begged, like I was crying. I'll never forget I was standing right there, looking at my husband at the table over here, crying, like, why do people treat me like why they don't like me? Why they talking about me behind my back? I don't even know them. Like, I don't care about them enough for me to matter, for them to be talking about me behind my back. I remember I was standing right there crying. And he looked at me and said, I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, tell the truth. Like, am I doing something? Is there something I don't know that I'm doing? I was begging him to tell me, please tell me, is there something I don't know that I'm doing to people that I, like, please. You know, and I remember when I spoke to his sister for the first, I thought that was my friend. To where I'm like, oh, thinking I'm talking to my friend. And she started dogging me. To where I went, whoa, what happened? I thought that you were my friend. When did this come about? And then another one was like, oh, you want to play innocent. What the? I ain't paying y'all no damn attention. Like all the stuff y'all counting against me, I ain't paying no damn attention. Let's be real. So I ain't trying to act innocent. I done told you a wretched, trifling heifer am I. So no, I ain't trying to be innocent. I just ain't paying that my mind is not geared towards offense. I'm not of that nature anymore. So I'm literally unoffended watching offended people. You get what I'm saying? That is real. I'm literally like, and so you'll get accused. Oh, you just want to play the victim. No, I want to know. How about you give me the answer to the doggone question? What I do? How about that? Ain't nobody gave me an answer to the question yet. Ooh, right now on camera. Come on. If you bold enough, if you know in your heart you don't like me, like you my real people that's been around me and camped and ain't said a word, I challenge you to tell me why. What I did. What I do. Name it. I can't name one. And if I did it, I promise you I'd tell you the truth. I'd flat out in front of everybody be like, yep, you're right. I apologize. You deserve an apology for such a thing. If you deserve an apology for such a thing. If it's the truth, it was just the doggone truth. Don't get mad at me because the truth. Shit, my truth is the same truth. It's just about something else. I just don't get offended about you telling me about it. Why? Because I'm submissive unto Steve. That's why I already know. I already know that the only way I'm getting in is if he loved me. None of the rest matter. And I know that my truth is what makes him love me. He don't like fake people. He don't like like you gotta be honest. Like if you love these, I love all, hold on, let me just flat out look y'all in the face. I love so many evil people, it don't make no sense. You heard me. I said it. I do. I love them. I love my mama. Yeah, I said it. I love her though. I'm so just like her. Just like her. Real talk. The one that I always tell y'all about how in the dream she be outside. Almost my twin. Real talk. Real talk. So I'm just saying all that to say, thank God. That's all I gotta say is thank God. Thank God. And I do love so many that I ain't gonna just turn around and act like they ain't my people. That's a lie. They my people. They are. But it does say come from among them. And I tell you it's true because you got to or they'll beat you up. They'll hurt you. Just because they need to. It's saving face for the reason, they went through a lot of stuff and you just skirting past it with this concept of unoffendedness. Yeah, they gotta hurt you. Rejected is good. It's called mercy when it comes to being in the face of evil. It's called mercy. Thank you. Thank you for your mercy. It's true. All right. Well, God bless from your neighborhood maniac. You guys have a great night and stay deliberately safe. Be kind to one another. And if you can't be kind to people, do them the mercy of getting the heck out there. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. And if you want acceptance, accept some people. Real talk. And that one is especially for the LGBT community. Y'all want acceptance, but y'all don't accept nobody else. Like, I can't be me loving my God the way I love him if I accept you. Is the way you act. Like, shit, I ain't act that way. You did. Sure, I'm cool. You do what you do. But at the same point, let me keep my God. I don't got to dethrone my God to be your friend. That don't make sense. Nor you don't know. No. Now, I'll tell you this. I mess up when it come to my God, too. And I'll be honest with you about my mess ups. But I'm not going to make you dethrone your God to be my friend. Just let's define who they are. Right? So that way I'll know. Like when it's time for the revival, I ain't calling you to come. Not that friend. That friend, you can't come to the revival because I know it's gonna bother your skin. You know what I mean? But if I need somebody to talk to about the Bible, certain friends, the Bible know the better than I said that wrong. The devil know the Bible better than most Christians. So I ain't gonna lie. Satanists are usually some of the funnest people to talk to when it comes to Bible stuff. They do. They know that Bible like the back of their hand. Only difference is they not the best people to talk to when it comes to heart stuff. That's when they get mad at you. Is when you start, talking heart. Because they want to talk heart about who hurt them. They want to talk heart about what they lost. They want to talk heart about the fence, right? The offense. But when you agree with them, it should take away the fence. But no, they go, you don't understand. And then you repeat it. Then they say, no, you don't understand. So that's how you end up getting on their nerves, long story short. Because they would have to acknowledge the truth in order to finish the conversation. You get what I'm saying? Because they can't. Because they won't actually tell you. They just say you don't understand. Try it out. It's true. It's true. Be calm and listen to people and care about what they care about. No, nobody said ascribe to what they care about, but care about what they care about. And you'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see when they get stuck. You'll see that moment where they 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 want to go further, but they get stuck. They need to stay in that place or it cracks their identity. That's what it seems. It's like they need to stay in unforgiveness or it goes them, you know. So, I get it. So I agree. Leave me alone. I agree. Leave me alone. It ain't, I'm telling you, it ain't safe. I agree. I agree. If you evil and you don't want to be good, trust me, it ain't safe. I wouldn't mess with me either. If I was evil and didn't want to be good, I leave her where she at. Cause I don't want to play with her. Cause she gonna do something to make me good. She gonna try to make me laugh, or she gonna love on me in some kind of way. When I wanted to be evil, this one girl, I'll never forget. I'll tell you her name. Her name is Janice. Janice said, me and her used to work at the bank together, and and I was even at the bank, I was weird. But socks were socks, and my legs were behind the counter. Nobody could see I had on gym socks. Forget them. I don't pants anyways. But I be sitting there with gym socks. So. Well, anyways, there's little things like that where Janice just said, she was like, I do not want to like you. She's like, I don't want to. I want it. Now, mind you, I ain't gonna lie. I sat there listening to this person who was kind of telling you secretly that they were behind your back talking about you, kind of, you know what I mean, kind of. But it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna take it at face value, because it hurt, because it was literally like, I just did not want to like you. I did not want to like you. That's what she said. I hope one day I'm gonna put this on my Facebook page, so maybe she'll see it. But she was like, I did not want to like you. I did not want to like you, but you make you like you, and I don't want to like you. That's what she said. I was standing like, well, I love you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. But yeah, we became friends. Same thing with Marty Martin. Marty E. Martin, y'all. I'll never forget. Marty fired. I lived in Savannah, Georgia. And Marty was the maintenance man at the Abercorn Terrace apartments where I used to live. He was a white man, but he fired his maintenance man, who was a black man, and called him a nigger when he did it. I knew nothing about this, okay? I was the cleaning lady. You know how they hire Mary maids or whatever? So I was like the cleaning lady, and he was talking about how he could get me a good job working there, not coming in and leaving, but I would get an apartment for free, that I would learn carpentry and maintenance work. And I'm like, yeah, and I'm in Georgia. I don't got no family down there. I'm all by myself, just me and my son. I needed a place to live. This is great, right? So I take the opportunity. Long story short, later on, I find out there was this whole court case. Like, they planned on hiring me, a black woman, to prove their court case that they didn't mean, like, they didn't never called him a nigger, right? I didn't know any about any of that until later on, until actually me and Marty became so close where I was like his, they used to call me his redhead stepchild. I know that ain't right, but I know that's what they would, I get it. He would make the maintenance people listen to me. Now, mind you, it didn't start off that way. No, they wouldn't help me. Him and the other guy, I forgot the other guy's name. They wouldn't help me. Like, I would have to carry 5-gallon buckets. Like, I was the painter, right? And they was like, okay, well, you go paint that apartment. I'm like, how am I get this up there? I don't know. Like, can you do the job? Like that kind of thing, because they was trying to get me to quit because they used me for something in the first place to get there. So, but on offense, right? Like, I didn't sit there whining and crying and all that other stuff. No, I was like, oh, okay, we talking a free apartment. No matter, I was about 19 with a baby, with a 5-year-old child, 4-year-old child, right? Free apartment, free utilities. Yeah, I'm gonna roll this doggone paint bucket up these god doggone stairs. I remember I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this up there. They ain't gonna get me up out of here." Now, but by the end of it, I learned so much. I could fix anything that break in your house. I'm a good carpenter. Like I could paint and all that other stuff. That's where that urge to paint came along. Is I did like painting, the apartments at but long story short, in the end, like I was like Marty's daughter. People thought I was Marty's daughter. And Marty was the most racist man at the beginning. By the end of it, nope. Wasn't racist. He wasn't racist. He just had preconceived notions that were hand fed to him, by society, But by the end, when everything, his wife, oh, a lot happened. His wife died. The job start, like, they were being mean to him. They gave a child, like a 18-year-old boy, the job over him. Long story short, it was really rough. But by the end of it, like Marty was a different man. You get what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff happens. You get what I'm saying? I'm saying that to say I don't know nobody that's evil that really wanted to be evil that has been able to stand me. I'm not saying that like I'm some good. No, I'm saying it like choose your nature. We're in the tribulation. And if that is what's repelling evil from me, I'm trying to give you the essence of it so you can go ahead and get to work repelling it from you. Because I ain't been mean to nobody. I'm nice to everybody. I ask questions. One thing I won't do is I won't ascribe to your God. I won't do it. Nope. Nor are you going to make me lose my square for my God. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I might put that whole God stuff on the counter so that we could be humans. But at the same point, when it come down to it, let you say one wrong word towards them. No, I either got to teach you or I got to run from you. You get what I'm saying? It's real. It's real. So I'm saying this so that if anybody else feels like I felt back when I was begging him to tell me what was wrong with me, ain't nothing wrong with you, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Your your goodness makes people have to come face to face with the fact that they don't want to be good or they can't or they refuse to forgive that person that hurt them or whatever the case may be. You make them come face to face with something and they don't like looking at it. So let them run. It's okay. I won't say run. They don't think they run. I think they just don't want to be bothered with me. Cool. Great.